An election will be held on July 31st, with ballots to be counted the same day.
This slope behind a house in Yamagata collapsed in heavy rains. Nothing has been done about it 6 years after the landslide. No one is allowed to touch the land because no one knows who the owner is. This resident says it would be awful if the cliff collapsed, and he's worried. And it's not just here. Efforts to prevent disasters and protect the environment are being blocked by legal snags like this throughout the nation. Problems like this arise when the landowners fail to register their property and abandon their rights. Tonight we take a closer look at this complicated legal maze. The Kiritapu wetlands in eastern Hokkaido are home to over 300 species of plants. It's called a Marsh of Flowers and is an internationally acclaimed site. Ownership of parts of the wetlands is unclear, and that is casting a pall on the activities to preserve and protect the natural environment for future generations. The mountainous forests are a rich source of water for the marshland, but the forest has grown into a wild wasteland. An environmental protection group found out the forest land is privately owned. Others are not allowed to tend or care for the land in any way. Registrars show that ownership of the land was recorded 87 years ago. At the time, 9 owners jointly held the land. The current owners are not known. They are not listed in the land records. A string of reasons lie behind this legal snafu. Landowners can register their land at the National Legal Affairs Bureau if they like, but the procedure is not obligatory. If the original owner dies and no one registers the land under a different name, ownership rights sometimes become unclear. If the price of the land falls below a certain level, no property tax is owed, so administrative authorities do not know who owns the land either. The chairperson of a non-profit organization at Kiritapu, Tokiko Sanzen, says the wetlands are really surrounded by private property, so they want to protect the land, but roadblocks stand in their way. The organization has commissioned lawyers and judicial scriveners to find the current owners. They have spent large sums of money to search the registers and residential records, but have not made much progress. Sanzen says when the money runs out and when the search process is overwhelming, there's not much they can do. Uncertainty over ownership has kept officials from building facilities to prevent disasters and protect the lives of citizens. Much of Niigata City lies at sea level. The municipality has suffered damage each time the rain is heavy. 18 years ago, torrential rains damaged about 10,000 homes and buildings.